You know what's weird about most gaming monitors? They all kind of make games look the same. Like they're tuning everything for reaction time and nothing for how the game is meant to actually look and feel. And I'll be honest, I didn't really think about this too much until BenQ sent me this, the MOBIUZ EX271UZ. And there's one feature on this thing I genuinely did not expect to care about as much as I do, and I'll get to that in a minute. This is the 27-inch 4K 240Hz QD-OLED gaming monitor, and today I'm going to do a full unboxing and review. Huge thanks to BenQ for sponsoring this one. My goal with this video is to take you through what you get with the monitor, what makes it special, and give you my honest opinion on how it performs and who I think it is best suited for in order to give you a better understanding if this is right for you or not. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so let's get this thing unboxed and see what's inside. I'll place chapters down below if you prefer skipping ahead at any point. I skipped past this, but in the black envelope, BenQ includes a factory calibration certificate with this monitor, which is a nice touch. It basically means that the display is being individually validated before it ships, not just batch tested. So first off is the quick start guide. You'll see here soon, I should have actually read this because I 100% did not remove the display per their instructions. Next up is the box with the accessories and cables. When you pull everything out, here's what you're working with. First off, you get a remote control. You'll be happy that they included this because of the custom display settings that you'll play around with the more you get experience with this monitor, even though they didn't include any batteries. Next, there's an HDMI 2.1 cable, which is what you'll want to either use to connect a soundbar or to connect to your PS5 or Xbox. And then there's the power cable, which doesn't require any power brick. And lastly, there's a really nice BenQ branded microfiber cloth, which is nice to have when it comes to OLED displays like this. They don't include a DisplayPort cable, which is going to be what I recommend for connecting to your PC. Alright, next let's move on to the display and the included stand. Assembly is pretty straightforward. You just place the stand into the base and fasten it together. Once you do that, you're actually supposed to just click it directly into the back of the display when it's in the packaging, but I clearly did not do that. So don't be like me, take advantage of their well-designed packaging instructions. Fully set up, this thing looks sick. Like, I love the look of this. The white stand with the dark textured back panel with subtle branding is such a clean look. I honestly love that even though it's technically a gaming monitor, it can be placed on virtually any desk setup nicely without being overbearing. I would say my only complaint is that there really isn't any cable management features with the stand. One note before we do move on, my setup has a monitor mount, so you won't really see the stand throughout this review. At 27 inches, this monitor sits nicely for most gamers, as most pros that I've seen stick to either 27-inch or 32-inch displays. The bezels are slim, the panel looks flush, and the overall build quality feels solid. Now let's move on to the ports. On the back you've got DisplayPort 1.4, two HDMI ports with the left one being eARC HDMI for your audio setup, HDMI 2.1 for connecting either your gaming console or PC. Then there's also two USB ports, with the top one being the one that delivers 90 watts of power delivery, which matters a lot if you're somebody like me with a MacBook. You can run the monitor and charge the laptop off a single cable. Now down on the bottom you get two USB-A ports and an additional USB-C port, plus a 3.5mm headphone jack that you can either connect to your headphones or your speakers if you don't have an eARC port like myself. Let's move on to the display and its specs. This is a Quantum.OLED, or QD-OLED for short, which is a specific type of self-emissive display where each pixel generates its own light. When a pixel is black, it's fully off. There's no backlight bleeding into the dark areas of the image. So if you game in a dark room, this is night and day compared to an IPS or VA panel. Night skies actually look dark, torches and neon signs pop without that hazy bloom around them, and the contrast ratio is technically rated at 1.5 million to 1. The resolution of this display is 3840 by 2160, making it a 4K display, and the refresh rate is 240 Hz. This 240 Hz is impressive for a 4K OLED, and that's important to understand that it's not just an esports spec. At 240 Hz, camera pans in an open world game stay clean and sharp. and it helps story-driven games feel cinematic, not just the fast-paced ones. The response time is 0.03 milliseconds, and if you've got FreeSync Premium Pro support, variable refresh rate is fully covered. HDR is where the OLED really earns it. BenQ rates this at Display HDR True Black 400 with 1000 nit peak brightness in HDR. And then the color gamut covers 99% DCI-P3, and it can render 1.07 billion colors. For games with a lot of artistic direction put into color, that matters a lot. Speaking of which, let's go into the color features of the display and why it's one of the biggest differentiators. BenQ developed a platform called Color Shuttle. The way it works is you find the game that you're playing, download the color profile from the website, and then you apply it. According to BenQ, these color profiles are researched in depth by analyzing the game's art direction, color palette, and mood to ensure it enhances the creator's artistic intent. So in layman's terms, they did all the work to make sure that the game looks its best, and you don't have to scour the depths of Reddit to find the best settings for the game you're in. With that said, they are kind of limited with their game profile selection, which is where my favorite feature comes into play, their smart game art. This feature of Color Shuttle is used to automatically match the right profile for each game you play and fine-tune the color parameters. The way it works is you activate the smart art feature, return to your game, and while you're playing it, you activate it by pressing Ctrl F12. It takes a few seconds, but after it scans on-screen visuals, it will automatically change the display's color profile to match the game. Plus, it also dynamically switches to the most suitable setting as the environment changes. So a good example would be if you're playing a game like Hogwarts Legacy, it can adapt and change based on if you're running around outdoors in the daylight or at night, as well as if you're walking around the interior environment of Hogwarts. But if you're not necessarily feeling these options, you can always tinker with all the different settings based on what you prefer. BenQ has their color modes not set up based on game genres like FPS mode or RPG mode like what you might see with a lot of other displays, but instead based on their art style, specifically fantasy, sci-fi, and realistic. Once I determine which profile best fits, I take it a step further and play around with the light tuner and color vibrance, both of which have 20 levels of adjustment. Light tuner lets me dial in how the monitor handles the distinction between dark and bright areas, and then color vibrance lets me push or pull the richness of the colors. So for this example, I like to push the color vibrance up to get a brighter, more colorful environment. So who exactly is this monitor for? While on paper with 240Hz refresh rate and 0.03 millisecond response time, you'd typically think that this one was designed for gamers that play competitive FPS games like Warzone, Fortnite, or Apex Legends, but BenQ actually had other gamers in mind. This monitor is more intended for the gamers that are more into the bigger narrative games that emphasize art direction and storytelling. This includes games like Cyberpunk, Resident Evil, Death Stranding, Elder Scrolls, Spider-Man, and maybe, just maybe, one day Grand Theft Auto 6. So to wrap this all up, this is honestly one of my favorite monitors I've gotten to test out in quite some time. QD-OLED technology mixed with their art profile customizations makes every game look insanely good. Plus, it has a spec list that will hold up for years to come. It's 4K, 240Hz, 1000 nits peak brightness, and to top it off, it has a bunch of OLED protection features to ensure that the quality is maintained over the years. If any of this sounds like something you're wanting, I'll have the BenQ MOBIUZ monitor linked down in the description. Please consider subscribing if you're new. I do a lot of desk setup, monitor, and gear content. With that said, I'll see you all next time.